There's so many businesses for sale, it's nuts. There's 30 million businesses in the United States. I would say everything's for sale at the right price.
Exactly.
And how do you approach people? So many different ways. I was going over on the Zoom yesterday. A way that you did it, you slipped the letters underneath the doors. That's very effective. That's about, from my experience, that's about a 5% return on a listing. So if you slip in 100 letters, you will probably get realistically five responses back that the seller would be interested in selling.
What do you think about this one?
Love it.
Like that?
I love it.
And
Who wouldn't open that?
I put the
Confidential for business only. Who wouldn't? From business owner only. Who wouldn't open it? Smart. And you just slip them under the drawers. Wake up early 1 day a week, 5 in the morning. Go to shopping centers. Try to slip this in between the doors. Just do it. I'm telling you, you'll get responses. Another way is emails. Instantly, right?
Mm-hmm.
You set up an Instantly account today. 25 emails, you got one back.
Test trial of 25 just to see if it worked, and I got a response like 30 minutes later, like, hey, let's set up a call. So, guy who's got a multi-million-dollar business.
Packaging company.
Yeah.
He puts and what was that email was based on? It was good. It was from ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically saying, we scrape business owners, their information, and we basically tell them, how are you? Right now is the best time to sell your business. I'm not pitching you. The way you said it was perfect.
I'll find it.
So this was the email, everyone. It was, hey, this worked. 1 out of 25 is it's 4% return. So, right? Yeah. Packaging and manufacturing companies are selling at some of the highest multiples we've seen in the last 5 years. Not saying you're trying to sell, but if I owned a packaging or manufacturing business, I at least want to know what offers are out there. I help owners quietly explore that. No pressure, no listings, just real qualified buyers, off-market, honest numbers. If you want, I'll send you a breakdown of what deals are in your space are looking like right now. And then he responded back, Dustin, happy to chat, thanks. And this looks like a monster company. So everyone heard that message? It was straight to the point, simple, easy, free. Cost you what? Nothing?
Yeah, I had to buy the programs, but it's like, I think I spent under $100.
Under $100, and you might.
And I can do that unlimited.
What's the program?
Instantly is the email thing, and then I use Apollo to scrape the emails.
Apollo.
Yeah.
And what is that?
Scraper.
The scrape thing?
So you can just put in any industry and like geographics, and then say I want like packaging companies in the U.S. Just find every single email of business.
There you go.
Jesus Christ, so it came out like 10 million email?
I mean, just the manufacturing I think was like 5,000 emails.
And then when you send out a 5,000 blast?
So I just did a test one today, just in case I like fucked up anything. I didn't want to send 5,000. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
You sent out like 100?
I sent like 25.
That's it?
And he got 5.
Jesus Christ, that's great results.
This is how you spell it, right? Instantly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instantly.
That AI.
Is that AI?
That AI.
And Apollo is
Pretty cool. You can download the phone app, so I can see it right on my phone too.
So that's another way, is setting out emails. And then the best way, in my opinion, which is free, is social media, right? So I hope everyone's on social media, pushing every day. I see Pedro on there all the time.
I don't have your followers, but yeah.
How long did it take you to build that following? Is that
3 years.
3 years?
Every day. You know what it is? I never let a story lapse. That's the goal in the beginning. In the beginning, you never want to let a story lapse. Now I have to let it lapse and then repost again. Then I'll get like 20,000 views on a story. But in the beginning, never let a story lapse. You know what I did also? I direct message real estate agents. Like every single real estate agent that I used to target real estate agents, and there's a website called Phantom Buster. Everyone should look that up. These are really good tools, guys. Phantom Buster. I'll pull it up on my computer right now so you guys can see. So this is the website. Yeah, everyone can look at the screen. you can scrape LinkedIn searches here. So you can literally scrape every single CEO of a motel, hotel, garbage company, whatever it is. You can scrape them automatically. It's a bot. So cool.
Is that for LinkedIn?
This is for LinkedIn, Instagram, all different types of platforms. An auto responder, so when I connect with someone, automatically a message gets sent to them and it says, "How are you? My name is Mike Steinberg. I'm a business broker. If you know a business owner or a buyer or seller that's interested in buying, reach out to me." Automatically, I don't do anything. And then from that, I've gotten so many listings, I got so many buyers, I got so many.
Is that ManyChat that you're using?
That's AI in Instagram.
Oh, it's the one that's built into it?
That's the one that's built into it. I just want to make this very clear with everyone here. You're not getting financials for, and I know I'm just speaking this up, you're not getting financials for pizzerias. Very difficult to get financials for these cash businesses because these guys don't report. They don't report what they make. So it's going to be useless. So what I'll ask a guy like that is I would say, listen, get me your POS reports from when you were open. Let me see your gross revenue. We can tie back all the expenses. We can look up the water bill. We can look up the electric bill. We can look up the gas bill. We can understand what your payroll is. Your food costs. Give me some of your restaurant depot bills. They don't have financials. So a lot of these, you don't ask the pizzerias and even the car washes. You get the POS reports, but you don't need their tax returns and their financials. And don't let that hurt you on the deal. Like if I'm selling this big logistic company that I'm selling, of course I need to see their Q of E, their quality of earnings report. I need to see their tax returns. It's a $55 million deal. But if I'm dealing with a car wash or a pizzeria or a bagel store, I'm just going to ask them for the bare minimum in the beginning. Let me see your POS reports. Let me see your lease. Let me see your bills. Let me know how many employees do you have. Get the listing, and then later on you'll learn so much more about that listing, and you'll eventually get more financials. But just do your due diligence up front with the POS reports for now. Let me get a couple of months of POS reports. Let me see your lease. That's it for now.
He offered bank statements. He goes, I can give you the bank statement.
Hey, the more the merrier.
Yeah.
She probably doesn't deposit the cash in there.
Mike, you want to take a call?
Yeah.
You want me to take it?
You take it. Get his perspective on it. Let me actually get my charger too.
I'm gonna sit over there.
Sit over here.
Hey, we got your phone number about those two laundromats.
Yes.
How are you? I'm doing well. Another day in paradise. How about yourself? How's everything? Yeah, so I'll tell you a little bit about us. We're with Headstone. You could look us up, headstone.com. We do a lot of different businesses, but my team and I, we focus on laundromats. So we did 47 laundromats in the Northeast last year. So we have the buyer pool. It's growing day by day. How it works is we bring you the buyers, obviously on a success basis. If the deal closes or they go through, then we get a commission.
Okay. How much is the commission usually?
We charge 10%
10% of what?
of the sales price. So for number's sake, if it sells for $500,000, we get $50,000. But I'm curious, are you? How long have you been at the laundromats?
20 years now. I know the different, I own a bunch of these.
Oh, you got a bunch of them.
And what I'm trying to figure out is what are the valuations going for nowadays?
Well, it depends on these three things. Obviously, you and I both know you're in the industry. Lease terms, how long your lease is, the age of the machines, and then how involved you are. So those are the biggest things, but it ranges anywhere from 3 to 5 times net income. Just given on those.
Yeah.
So you have two.
What I'm trying to get at is, I don't want, so again, I've been on both sides, right? Bought and sold a bunch of these. I don't want to start, showing things to people because I've gone through this situation, people now coming out on the internet, we have 50 leads. And now it's stored up for sale. Generally what are you seeing? You put a store up for sale, how many people really go in and look at it?
It all depends. What we do is we vet. So that's why a lot of people hire me. Is I save them a bunch of time. So I'm talking to right now on average thousands of people per month. Hundreds of people per week. So we go through everyone. What we do is we try to obviously minimize the amount of time you're spending as the owner. So whoever we're bringing to you already, they're going to have an MBA, they're going to have proof of funds, they're going to have experience, all that stuff. So we never really bring you into the mix unless we have someone really real that's willing to put down a deposit, obviously, to make sure that they're real, they have skin in the game, and they have what it takes to get the deal done. I mean, that's how we did all the deals that we did in the past. So I get your concern. I'm 100% on the same page. I wouldn't be, on this call.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a background. And I know, we need to sign an agreement and all that, and I think 10% is huge, man, huge. It's a lot of money. So I'll just tell you a ballpark. The laundromats are a tool that I'm trying to sell, and you tell me if it makes sense.
Sure.
They are generating, I'm just going to give round figures, around 40,000 in revenue and 20,000 in profit after EBITDA.
How much you say, 20 or 30?
20.
20.
The revenue is 40. I'm just giving you a round ballpark.
Yeah,
So
no, I hear you.
I don't know, and the equipment is fairly new because I bought this recently. The only thing is a little bit far for me. I'm not able to travel with them. Equipment is ranging from 5 to 10 years. Some of it is new. 3 to 10 years. That's how the equipment is. A lot of it is newer. Yeah. And my question is, how much rent should I try to get from something like this?
What's the? Do you have a market rent that you have in mind for?
I put 6,000 of total rent on this.
Rent should be lower. If you want to have someone come in and be enticed by the deal, it should be lower than 10%.
10% of gross sales.
Yeah, 10% of gross sales.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No way, man. It's 2 stores, right? So that's very low, I guess.
Yeah, it's 2
20%
stores.
is what 20% is what is. And I'm paying. Oh my god, I'm paying 25% at some place. The average is 20% what I'm paying now.
We got to. It's like a give and take. We got to see, where we can give and take. But I'm just giving you my giving you my opinion from experience. So. But I'm saying, honestly, I think around 1.1 is the range. But you're not far off.
Right. Look, if you have, again, we want to list and all that, but I think 10% is a lot, man. It's huge. And I don't want to, we'll list this thing and have people get it, but whatever. Think about it for a bit, and what your thoughts are.
Yeah, just a quick question. If we got you, a good rent, around the 20%, would you take around the 1.1?
On cash.
Yeah, cash at closing. If it's someone that's financing or something, you get everything at closing. It's not gonna be solid finance. Yeah.
Would someone do 1.3? You come and look at it, man. The equipment is pretty good actually, and it has a card system.
Yeah. No, I'm happy to go look at it. I'm just, before making that trip, I want to make sure that we're, realistic.
No. So that's why I'm saying before we do that, I also want to understand the 10% part.
So 10%, yeah. So 10%. Look, we're gonna try to get you a premium. Obviously, I'm working for you, so.
Yeah, but if I'm paying 130 there, then why am I doing it right now?
What do you have to net? What is kind of your? And honestly speaking, I just want to be.
That's what I'm saying because 1.3 has to come inside the.
You have to be incentivized to do this. You're selling so many
As I said,
Right.
I just throw it out and I don't have any quotes on it, but some guy who came in and he said I'll give you 1.5, but he had no experience.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Anyone that has experience in the industry is not going to give you, $1 million over ask. They know what the market's like. They've been in the game.
No. I'm not saying million over ask. I'm saying 1.5 million.
No,
That's what they said.
I get you. I know. But what I'm saying is, people that experience, they know what the numbers are. They know what they can buy it for. What's a good deal. What's not. But yeah, for us, look, I completely get it. It's a lot, 10%. It's industry standard for brokers. I've done it on, all my deals already, and obviously I want to help you, but we also have to be incentivized on our end as well. So we get stuff done. I'm not going to take on a deal that I can't sell, but we also have to. It's a give and take, like I'm saying. It's we get you a good rent, we get you an experienced tenant, someone that knows the game, we get you a good price, but obviously it comes with a price. We're not here to spinning.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
Alright, let me think about it. You also think about it. Let me know what you guys can, whatever. If there are operators who would run things in Rhode Island.
Yeah, I have them now. Let's do this. Let me and my team look at the locations. We're gonna do some research right here on everything.
No, I'm not going to send you. What locations are you looking at?
The two. Sorry, you're right. I didn't get your address. You're
Not
right.
sending that. Not sending that.
Okay, you're not sending it. All right, so let me do this. Let's run the numbers. We'll look at the what the area the going rate is and everything. I'll tell you what buyers I have, and then we'll talk about it. How is what's today? Wednesday. How's Friday? Let's connect back on Friday.
Okay.
And talk about finalizing everything, or if it makes sense for us. If it doesn't make sense for us, it's okay. No worries. It's a friendly hello. It was very nice meeting you.
Yeah, just to understand, because and my next question is, are you selling anything with properties in Massachusetts?
Yeah, absolutely. You're not, but you're selling. You need a tenant. You said.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Yeah, that's good.
That was great. Tough seller.
He was tough because he knows we.
Yeah.
He's been big research.
Yeah.
There's no rookie. You're no rookie too. You helped it out.
It's alright. He's.
Let's
Let's see. Yeah, we'll see if it's real on Friday.